Okay, we're going to be going over 1 inch. If you learn how to read within a 1 inch, which is this longest line across here to here, that's 1 inch. Same with any of these. So once you learn how to read the lines in between the 1 inch, you know how to read a tape measure. It doesn't matter which 1 inch it is. Once you learn this, then you're going to learn how to read. Now, my chart only shows the top lines. It doesn't show the bottom lines. They're the same. You notice we got 8 1/4. You mark a line, 8 1/4, mark a line. So they're the same. So let's go over the chart and I'll explain how this works. Now, I purchased this tape in a regular hardware store. It doesn't matter what kind you want to buy, but I purchased this big one because it's 1 inch wide. Okay, it's easier for me to see the lines. That's up to you what size tape you want to buy. All right, now here's your 1 inch I just showed you on the tape from here to here. That's 1 inch. Okay, now this is a 1/16 scale, and that's usually standard when you buy a tape at a hardware store. It's going to be in 1/16. You don't need it any smaller because you're working with wood. Now you take the shortest lines on the tape. These are the shortest ones. Okay, those are 1/16. Now, how do you know it's a 1/16 tape? Count the shortest lines. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you have 8 short lines, then you know it's a 1/16 scale. Now, I put a red line up here, meaning if you double the 16 is 32. This is a 1/32. Then if you have another line here, it's 3 32nds, 5 32nds, so on and so forth. You don't need that scale. So if there's over 8 lines, then it's a 32nd scale. You don't need it because you're working with wood. So let's go over the shortest lines. It's a 1/16. You notice the bottom are all 16s. It always starts out with 1, which is odd on the top. All of them will be odd on the top. It always starts with 1. So you got 1/16, 3/16, 5/16, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15/16. Now if you take your 16 and take half of that off, it becomes 8. Now your next longest lines become 8ths. Okay, so there's only 4 of those. So now you got starting with 1 again, and bottom's always even. So 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. If you take your 8 and take half of that off, it becomes a 4. Now you're in the 4th scale. Now that's your next longest line. So it starts with a 1 again, so 1/4 all the way to 3/4. See, there's only 2 of them because the next longest line is only 2 of them. So 1/4, 3/4. Take the 4, cut it in half, it becomes a 2. It always starts out with 1, so 1/2. So the middle of the 1 inch is a half. Okay, so that's how you're going to read a tape. Count across the top to make sure it's a 1/16, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if it's a 1/16, from that point you can take your 16 in half, 8. Take 8 in half is 4. Half of 4 is 2. Okay, so remember it always starts out with odd at the top, always 1. Just like if this was on here, this would be a 1/32nd. 3 32nds. See, like 1, 3. Okay, so 1/16, 8ths, 4ths, and a half. I hope this helps you understand on how to read a tape measure. I appreciate it. If you have a chance, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. I thank you much. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time on The Random Woodworker.